out of the Capitol. Republicans and Democrats in California have struck a deal. They have announced this morning in a floor session that there will be a special hearing next week to debate all the remaining fentanyl-related bills. ABC 10 political reporter Morgan Reiner joining us now. So, Morgan, how did it get to this point? There was a lot of discussion about why these two parties weren't working together on this one.
Well, the chair of the Public Safety Committee told everyone that he did not want to hear any of the remaining fentanyl-related bills until after they hold a hearing sometime in the summer. Now, many of the fentanyl-related bills, or any bill for that matter, that would enhance jail times that have already gone through the committee have failed to pass. The chair of the committee told me he wanted to hold the remaining bills until they could figure out the best approach and speak to all sides. Now, for Republicans, that wasn't good enough. They said the Public Safety Committee isn't taking the issue seriously and had family members of fentanyl victims come to the Capitol this week to demand action. And they were prepared, Republicans, to force a vote on the bills this morning if the final hour deal didn't happen. Republican Assembly member Lori Davies spoke to me right after the vote and said this next week is going to be crucial.
I think that the pressure finally, he felt that they felt the pressure. And that's what we've been trying to do for the last few years. It's time that they have to be accountable and they need to actually do something. Again, to not listen to these bills, not hear these bills and push them back. And honestly, it would have been for another year. The bottom line is they don't want to convict criminals and dealers.
So the remaining bills that will now be heard next week are from both Republicans and Democrats. One of them would add a sentencing enhancement for fentanyl dealers who kill or seriously injure someone. Another would prohibit someone from carrying a gun while in possession of fentanyl. And there's one that would increase penalties for those possessing large quantities, Walt.
So, Morgan, you just talked to the chair of the committee a couple of days ago. He was pretty confident the hearing wouldn't be for a few more months. What is he saying now that obviously that's much sooner than that?
I did speak to him earlier this week, and not just that he wanted to hold off on the hearing, but then just yesterday when we found out that Republicans were going to try and force a vote on this morning, his office sent me a statement essentially saying that Republicans were trying to undermine democracy. They're part of a party that doesn't represent the majority of the state. And so when we found out this morning that there was actually a deal that was struck, I reached back out to his office to see what his latest feelings are, but I haven't heard back yet.
Okay, I have a very good friend who works with the Department of Justice specific to fentanyl. He says it's worse than we think. So there's a long way to go. We need everybody working together. This is huge. Morgan, good to see you. Thank you.